Discussions surrounding Jungkook, global pop sensation and BTS member, have reached a new high. This time, the spotlight isn't on his streaming records or music videos. Instead, the dominant question flooding social media, forums, and entertainment circles across the United States is Jungkook's solo tour really happening? This topic has become so widely discussed that it's no longer limited to fan communities. American entertainment blogs, concert industry insiders, and even mainstream US media platforms are beginning to analyze the potential of a full-scale solo tour by Jungkook. The signs pointing toward a possible tour are multiplying, and the level of interest continues to grow at an extraordinary rate. Jungkook has always enjoyed massive popularity in the US, but the buzz today is different. Instead of simply responding to new song releases or collaborations, people are now speculating about real-world logistics, tour dates, concert cities, ticket prices, and venue sizes. Many see this as a natural next step, given his recent solo musical success and his increasing visibility as an individual artist. His past singles, including 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You, have performed well in the US, particularly on platforms like Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music. These tracks were largely produced in English, which immediately widened his audience beyond the K-pop base. As a result, Jungkook is now considered one of the most accessible Korean solo artists in the American market. With that in mind, speculation about a solo tour is not surprising. It's expected. Fans are already imagining setlists, merch lines, and surprise guests. But beyond that, industry professionals are also preparing for what could become one of the biggest solo tours by an Asian artist in the United States. Multiple indicators have sparked this conversation. For one, there's been a noticeable shift in HYB's internal activity. Production departments reportedly began pre-tour planning months ago, according to anonymous sources in the entertainment logistics sector. Venue operators in cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York have hinted at potential Asian acts holding dates for 2026, and all signs suggest Jungkook could be involved. In addition, social media engagement data shows a rapid spike in mentions of Jungkook Tour, JK Tour dates, and Solo Tour Jungkook across US-based accounts. TikTok and Instagram Reels featuring edits of what a solo tour might look like are going viral daily. It's clear the demand is there, both from longtime BTS fans and a growing audience of solo listeners. Another key signal: digital advertising patterns. Observers in the digital marketing world have pointed out that targeted ad testing using Jungkook-related keywords has quietly begun in select US markets. This usually suggests preparation for wider campaigns, particularly related to large-scale entertainment events. The goal of such tests is often to gauge geographic interest, which can then influence tour routing. From a business perspective, launching a solo tour now, or in early 2026, would align perfectly with trends in the live music industry. The US concert market has shown strong post-pandemic recovery, with live events across pop, hip-hop, and international genres drawing high attendance. K-pop acts, in particular, are enjoying record-breaking audience turnouts in the US this year. Given Jungkook's global reach and English-language songs, his tour has the potential to extend beyond traditional K-pop venues. Industry watchers predict that he could successfully fill arena-level venues in major American cities and possibly experiment with smaller stadium formats in select regions. For comparison, previous solo projects from fellow BTS members have also been well received in the US, which helps set the stage. But Jungkook's case is unique due to his broader crossover appeal. His image, branding, and musical direction are already optimized for global pop markets, making the US a key territory for a future tour launch point. One of the most debated questions at the moment is the scale and format of a potential tour. Would Jungkook focus on a multi-city American run with arena stops? Would it include festival appearances? Or would it lean toward a world tour with the US as its central market? Experts say that a North American leg featuring 10 to 15 stops would be realistic. Likely cities include Los Angeles, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Washington, D.C., Toronto. As part of the North American region, Tour merchandise design discussions have also begun appearing in fan spaces, with concept artwork and fan-made previews circulating widely. This organic online momentum serves as further validation for tour planners looking at engagement levels and merchandise sales projections. Interestingly, the topic has moved beyond the K-pop community. US-based general music podcasts, radio personalities, and YouTube commentary channels have started bringing up Jungkook's name more frequently. These aren't just passing mentions. They're full discussions about his potential as a headlining artist in the US. This crossover appeal is a crucial factor. For any tour to succeed at scale in America, the artist must resonate with both fans and casual listeners. Jungkook seems to have already accomplished that through his solo discography, social media presence, and global image partnerships. From brands to broadcasters, multiple sectors of American media are closely watching his next move. As of now, Big Hit Music and HYBE have not confirmed any tour plans. Still, silence from official sources hasn't slowed the buzz. If anything, it's fueling even more curiosity. Some fans believe the lack of announcement may be part of a larger promotional strategy designed to amplify interest before any teaser or reveal. Meanwhile, multiple American ticketing platforms and production companies are preparing their systems to accommodate a large-scale K-pop solo act, according to industry insiders. While the artist's name is not public, all signs suggest that expectations are building specifically around Jungkook. As conversations about a possible Jungkook solo tour intensify across the US, key players in the American music industry are beginning to weigh in, not from a fan standpoint, but from a business and market forecasting perspective. Jungkook's solo tour isn't just a matter of artistic expression. It's shaping up to be a potential multi-million-dollar enterprise with strategic implications for the live entertainment market in North America for promoters and venue operators. One of the strongest indicators of potential success is online demand, and the metrics surrounding Jungkook are significant. Social media engagement levels have continued to spike on platforms such as TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, with US-based accounts making up a sizable share of the global conversation. Third-party data analysis from US marketing tech firms shows that search engine interest in terms like Jungkook Concert 2026, Jungkook Tour Tickets, and Jungkook US Dates has risen by over 300% in just the past 45 days. These searches are concentrated in states with high-performing concert markets: California, New York, Texas, Illinois, and Florida. In addition, concert ticket resale platforms and discussion forums such as Reddit, SeatGeek, and AXS have already begun to register speculative listings and placeholder pages based solely on rumors. These unofficial listings often emerge ahead of real announcements and are considered by analysts as one of the earliest signs of strong forward demand. Live music promoters based in the US have expressed specific interest in Jungkook's solo potential because of how his image has already been framed globally. Unlike many international artists who require extensive rebranding to appeal to the American audience, Jungkook's music and visual style already align with mainstream pop aesthetics. His collaboration with Western producers and global brands has strategically positioned him for a smooth US market entry as a solo act. Industry figures believe this gives Jungkook an advantage over other rising global stars. His discography includes radio-ready singles that meet American playlist standards, and his English-language performances remove many of the linguistic barriers that other K-pop acts often face when touring in the States. From the business side, this means less marketing friction and a higher chance of quick sellouts, a key metric promoters use when assessing tour viability. What makes Jungkook's solo presence in the US so impactful isn't just the music, or even the fan engagement. It's how his image, style, and identity have been crafted with a clear understanding of Western pop dynamics, while still retaining a distinct voice that represents his global roots. This dual appeal is now becoming a model for other international acts seeking mainstream visibility in the American music industry. Jungkook's solo debut didn't rely on traditional K-pop formats. His visuals, promotional rollouts, and even musical composition were engineered to meet global pop expectations, especially in the US. Unlike the traditional K-pop promotional cycle, which often focuses on Korean TV appearances and domestic variety shows, Jungkook's campaign centered on digital-first exposure, cross-border collaborations, and English-language content. From a branding standpoint, this gave him a powerful advantage. The American pop industry is built heavily on identity and image, and Jungkook entered the market not as a newcomer, but as a fully formed, internationally relevant artist with a body of work that was both familiar and forward-thinking. His music videos for tracks like Seven and Standing Next to You are prime examples. The styling, tone, and pacing were clearly designed to match the high production standards expected from global pop stars, while subtly incorporating K-pop visual storytelling. The result? Widespread appeal without the need for cultural translation. One area where Jungkook has already made a significant impact is fashion. His personal style, ranging from minimal streetwear to high-end luxury brands, has been consistently highlighted by fashion editors, stylists, and global brands in the US. Fashion plays a central role in music culture. Artists who successfully integrate their musical identity with a clear fashion narrative tend to stand out more quickly. Jungkook's endorsements and public appearances reflect this strategy. Brands such as Calvin Klein, Celine, and Nike have capitalized on his clean yet edgy aesthetic, creating brand moments that blend seamlessly with his music visuals. From a commercial perspective, this makes him highly bankable. Jungkook is not just a musician to American audiences. He's becoming a style icon that fits naturally into the US pop landscape. This kind of dual-role visibility, musician plus fashion figure, is often what helps artists expand beyond chart success into full-blown celebrity culture in the States. English language strategy and crossover potential. Unlike many international acts, Jungkook's solo music largely avoids translation or adaptation. It's created from the ground up with global, especially English-speaking, audiences in mind. Songs like 3D and Too Much were released in English first, with music structures and lyrical themes that aligned with Western songwriting standards. This proactive approach has allowed Jungkook to avoid the limitations that typically slow down international artists in the American market. Rather than being seen as a K-pop star trying to break into the US, he is increasingly regarded as a global pop artist who happens to come from Korea. That distinction is important because it affects how American media platforms, festival organizers, and late-night talk shows evaluate him. Many gatekeepers in the US industry are now treating Jungkook as a solo act capable of drawing non-K-pop audiences, including Gen Z and millennial listeners who casually follow Spotify or Apple Music editorial playlists. Mainstream media outlets in the US have begun to reflect this shift. Coverage of Jungkook's solo work has appeared not only in K-pop columns, but in general music and lifestyle sections. Editorial platforms such as Variety, Rolling Stone, Complex, and GQ have all run features or profiles on Jungkook that place him alongside Western counterparts, not below them. More importantly, reviews of his solo work no longer treat him as a boy band breakout, but as a solo performer with his own artistry, vision, and tone. His performances, songwriting, and vocal delivery are analyzed within the same frameworks applied to American pop acts, something not often granted to non-Western musicians. This shift in coverage is part of why a potential solo tour is generating more than just fan interest. It's drawing industry confidence. If American media outlets are already treating him like a local star, concert promoters and sponsors will likely follow with the same mindset. Perhaps the most interesting thing about Jungkook's current status is how he's redefining the idea of a global solo star. Traditionally, solo artists from non-English-speaking countries face pressure to either localize their brand or stay within their regional markets. Jungkook has sidestepped both models. His approach is subtle but strategic. Use English language releases to remove accessibility barriers. Collaborate with globally recognized producers and artists, e.g., Latto, Jack Harlow. Integrate fashion, choreography, and visuals that align with US pop culture, but still carry distinctive personal flair. Maintain strong digital presence while avoiding oversaturation. The result is an artist who can speak directly to an American fan base without having to change who he is. That balance is incredibly rare, and it's what sets him apart from other rising global acts. For the US music market, Jungkook represents a new category of artist, someone who doesn't fit neatly into either foreign or local definitions. He appeals to younger American audiences who consume global content naturally through platforms like TikTok and YouTube. These consumers are far more receptive to non-Western artists than previous generations, and Jungkook is leading that wave. His presence and the likely announcement of a tour may also have ripple effects. Other international artists may begin adopting similar strategies. Base labels may shift how they develop crossover campaigns. Streaming platforms might create new global-facing categories for artists like Jungkook, instead of placing them only under K-pop.